Hey y'all, it's your girl Mika, Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance, here live to do an all signs reading. In today's video, we're going to look at your current love situation to tell you and reveal what is the things coming up in that relationship, and hopefully give you a better perspective on what you can expect. Keep in mind, though, that time is fluid in tarot, so these messages could resonate for your past, present, or future. Also, in these readings, the roles can be reversed, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. Because this is an all signs reading, we'll be going from Aries and go all the way to Pisces. And we'll go in order from Aries all the way to Pisces. If you don't know what your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign of your natal chart is, make sure that you check it out because there could be some messages in those natal chart placements just for you. All right, guys. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to talk a little bit softer today. I'm extremely exhausted. I feel like I don't have a lot of air, um, but I'm here. I didn't want to go too many days without putting some content out there. And for all of the members of the channel, on Thursday, I'm going to go ahead and produce an August 2026 predictive reading. So that way you can kind of know what's coming up for that month. How's everybody feeling? Is everybody doing really well? I see that we have Mama Lisa here. Kim, hello, hello. We have our amazing Soul Tribe members popping on in. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? Keisha says, I hope you're enjoying your summer break. I am, and it's almost over. Can y'all believe? Here in the South, summer break is coming to an end. Teachers have to report back later next week, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm still going to be producing my content, still coming on, producing these live streams as I always do, even when I was teaching. You just won't see it in the middle of the day as frequently as you have been seeing. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Bree Prince. Good to see you, Bree Prince. You're on here early, girl. We also have the other Lisa here. She says, I hope everyone is doing well. Daisy here. Angel Eyes is here. All right. We're going to start off with a roll call to see who's all on the live this evening. Like I said, I really didn't expect to go live this evening, but I thought about it. I said, if I can get a little snooze in, then we can definitely go live. Poor Duchess. I've been trying to make sure she's doing well. Then I got a flat tire. Well, I had a nail in my tire. So literally my whole day was ruined. I had so many other plans today. I had to squeeze in an emergency reading today, and I'm usually on top of my emergency readings. Um, but I also had so many emergencies pop up today. So you can imagine how exhausted I am. You can probably hear it in my voice. I barely have air coming out. And that's just an indicator of how tired I am. But I'm here. Thank you guys for those that decided to stay up late for the late night read. All right. Do we have any Aries here? Aries, Taurus, any Geminis, any Cancers? Hey, Bria. Any mighty, mighty Leos? Of the Light is here. She's a Taurus. Lisa's a Gemini. Any Virgos? Kim can tell I sound exhausted. I am. I am very exhausted. I barely have any energy, but the show must go on. Any Scorpios here? So lovely Ray says, "Hey, pretty lady, glad I caught you. I'm glad you're here." So lovely Ray, welcome. I think you're one of our newbies. Welcome. I hope you hit subscribe. I hope you hit subscribe. I don't think I've seen you here before, but good to see you. Any Sagittariuses? Hey, Keish Reads. How you doing, boo? My fellow tarot reading sister. Saggy Waggies, where you at? Okay, Bree Prince. I know that she's one I know is definitely a Sagittarius. She's one of our OGs of the channel. I'm so glad you still hang out with us, Bree. Do we have any Capricorn? Hey, Queen Star Libra. Good to see you. Any Capricorn? I know Mama Lisa, our amazing mod extraordinaire, is a Capricorn. We have Tammy, who's a Capricorn. All right, y'all. Make way, make way, make way for the Aqua Gang. Any Aquarius is in the chat. Any Aquarius is. I know Keisha, she represented Aquarius earlier. Ah, okay. Zonia. Hello, Sonia. For all that don't know, your girl is an Aquarius sun, Aries moon, Aquarius Venus, and Scorpio rising. And last but not least, do we have any Pisces that are still awake? Any Pisces? You know, I joke about the Pisces out there, especially since I'm a night tarot reader. And it's Tuesday, you know, people are busy going to work, then they come home. A lot of you guys may be winding down for the evening. Okay, Bria's a Pisces rising. Nice. Okay, Crystal's a Leo. Hey, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you, love. All right. So we're going to do a roll call to see who's out there. If you are single as a Pringle and ready to mingle, go ahead and drop a red rose in the chat. Do we have any singles out there? Any singles? Any singles? Drop a red rose into the chat. I'm just curious. I'm nosy like that. Listen, y'all got to excuse me. It's a Scorpio side. Got to do my investigation to see who my audience is tonight. If you are single, drop a red rose. Oh, Keisha's rose is wilted. Oh, Keisha. Oh, the light took roses wilted. Oh. Y'all better perk those roses up. All right. For all of you who are currently involved, go ahead and drop a red heart. If you feel like you got someone and you kind of feeling them a little bit, these are for people that are currently involved in a relationship. Drop a red heart. Look at all those roses. Keisha says, I'm single, but trying to act like I ain't looking. Well, secretly, I think a lot of people who watch my channel, even if you are single, you're a hopeless romantic. You love love. Even if you be like, I can't stand folks. I don't want nobody. You lying. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, so we have nobody watching that is in a relationship. No hearts. That's what I said. So lovely, Ray. Nobody's in a relationship or in a connection because the title of this reading is The Tea on Your Love Life. Where is this relationship headed next? So, a whole lot of y'all here for entertainment purposes. Okay. Well, the reason why I started off the reading that way is because as we navigate through tonight's reading, I just want to remind everyone that this is just energy. So, as a reader, we read energy and we just kind of pick up on whatever comes through. And when we say your current love situation, it can mean someone that you are definitely in contact with in the 3D, like physically interacting with them. But it can also be someone that you are separated from. However, still energetically, there could still be some type of soul tie, whether it be you still leaning into the energetic cord that has kept you guys together, or if it's your person tugging on you, trying to get you back. And of course, always time is fluid in tarot. So the messages that are going to come through tonight could speak of situations that you have recently experienced, situations you're currently experiencing, or may be experiencing in the near future. So it's always fun to just keep an open mind when you're watching collective readings because it is exactly that. We're talking about thousands of people that watch this video. Now, if you would like for me to dive deep in a unique circumstance or situation, please book a personal reading with me at MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. All right. MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. And I also want to remind those of you who want to even more, like an extended version of this reading, to also book a personal reading. I had a lovely, lovely comment from one of my subscribers. She wasn't rude about it. She was very pleasant and very sweet. She loved my reading so much. She was just like, it hit it out the park. It was great. It resonated, but I just needed a little bit more. I just needed a little bit more information. I still had some more questions for you, Mika, and I'm just wondering, can you answer some more questions about that? Because you were just right on the ball. Well, that's what the personal readings are for. So if you're ever watching my videos and you're like, wow, she's the real deal, she's like hitting it, and this is a collective. So keep that in mind too, that this is not a personal session. If it's personal, it's even more intimate and the accuracy is even more out the park accurate. So that's why I say check out my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. You guys may have already saw my community post that I posted yesterday. And I appreciate all of you who have supported the channel, whether it be by purchasing those little mini reads that I do every now and then, or purchasing a full reading with me. Whatever it is that you're doing to support the channel, even if it's just being here right now, I say thank you. Thank you for supporting and trusting me on your spiritual journey. All right, guys, we're going to finally start the reading. For all of you anxiously waiting, somebody asks, does the placement matter? Absolutely. Check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. Okay. Always when you watch tarot, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. And if you don't know what that is, the link is in the description box below. This is also the link right here in the chat. You see that link right there that I just dropped into the chat? It says check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placement. Click on that link. It's absolutely free. And you just put in your name, your place of birth. If you know your time of birth, it's even more accurate, but it's not necessary because some of us don't like have our birth certificate right here to look at what time was I born. It's okay. It'll still give you a pretty accurate, full natal chart report for free. It's going to be a free natal chart report. You don't have to buy anything or anything. And I really encourage all of you guys who are really getting into tarot or people who are just curious about what your natal chart says about you. Check it out. It is absolutely free, and it'll kind of help you kind of know which readings to watch for the lady that asked about that. Okay. All right. Here we go, Aries. Don't forget, y'all, to like the video if you like any portion of the video today. I encourage everybody to go ahead and do that now. If y'all tap the screen, it'll be good karma. It's a great way for me to connect more with you in the reading by interacting with you all. I pick up your energy by the likes, by the comments, things like that. It does allow me to really feel the interaction, right? So thank you for those who are hitting the like button right now. Thank you. Here we go, guys. We're starting off with Aries. In today's video, we're going to do a general energy check-in for each of the 12 zodiac signs, okay, on your current love situation. So even if you're single, hello and welcome. It still may pick up the person that you were recently with. All right, here we go. And also, no personal questions in the chat, please. Again, no personal questions in the chat. As Kim said, you will need to book your questions with me at my website. Thank you. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aries. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Aries and the person that Aries is energetically connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Queen of Cups, the Hangman in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Wands with the Chariot in the reverse. You're definitely connected to someone who is harnessing a lot of emotions for you. They really do enjoy your energy a lot, and they feel like you're someone that is worth the investment. The problem that they have, though, based on this energy, is they're kind of waiting on you to be the first person to take action. So, depending on how you respond, how you come towards them, how you connect with them, that's going to be the determining factor on the direction of the relationship. Now, I will say love is here. I want to start off with that. With the Queen of Cups, this is someone who feels very sure about how much they do love you. That it's kind of become a bit of an obsession, like a very unhealthy love, because this is also someone who wants to see you not go anywhere, wants to see that you care about them as much as they care about you. Now, I'm saying all this because your energy is a little different, Aries. You secretly don't feel connected. It's almost like you feel the complete opposite. While this person is really leaning into loving you, being there for you, wanting to build with you, I can tell you're not really feeling them like that. And this is also why this is someone who is definitely kind of saying, I got to see where Aries' head's at for this to work. This is someone who doesn't want to be alone. I'm also getting they feel like when I say you're worth the investment, it's because you provide them a sense of security and stability in their life. So I would say if you leave this person or you abandon this relationship, then they kind of feel like they don't have as much security and stability in their world. It's the very thing that keeps them up at night because they think about one, how valuable you are, two, how much they love you, three, hoping that you will reach out. So, where's this relationship next? We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. I can tell this is someone that took a very long time to fully invest and commit and focus on this relationship with you. So it makes it very difficult for you, Aries, to take this person seriously because what you've seen before was someone who wasn't taking it seriously or someone who was not investing in this. But of course, where this is headed next is this person's going to try to avoid losing you for good. They're going to definitely sit back and wait, hoping to hear from you, hoping that you'll hear them out and change your mind. Let's see, how does Aries honestly feel about that? We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, you really do feel like that's not the best decision. I think you look at this relationship as unstable. It doesn't give you a lot of security or good return on your investment. You, in fact, Aries, could be doing better than this person. And so all you know is always giving, always doing for this person and making them feel very comfortable. And you were waiting for the day for them to kind of give and support you. But with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that tells me that you feel like it's not worth it. Been there, done that. Yeah. With the King of Pentacles underneath the deck, you definitely are someone who is very generous and you probably did a lot for this person in relationship and they just kind of may have taken it a little bit too much for granted. So let me know if that makes sense. Your person could definitely be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I also have Aries here where an Aries could have done this to you. Okay. Let me know if this is your reading. Remember, this is just energy, so your person does not have to literally be those placements in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, but that's what I have. We're doing Taurus next. Any Taurus is here. All right, Taurus, let's get right into it. Hey, Annette, how you doing? Good to see you. She's an amazing member of our soul tribe. Akmarn, hello, hello. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Taurus and the person that Taurus is energetically connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the King of Cups, the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. You have someone who really does feel like you and them could really make this relationship work. However, even though they're harnessing this King of Cups energy, which is someone who can be very intuitive, someone that's very emotionally balanced, also someone who is very intentional about going for what they want. There's a part of them underneath the surface that really feels like because you may not feel the same, they need to hold back. Yeah, they need to hold back and kind of keep their feelings to themselves. They need to hold back and not put all their eggs in one basket right now with you. So this feels like you and this person are at odds right now. And according to them, if they move too quickly, it could make the situation worse. So it's best for them to just be chill and not stir a fight or make too many sudden moves. I think this is also someone who's very emotionally sensitive. So if you were to reject them, it would break down their confidence, make them feel very insecure. But there's also this side of them that says, I want to remain as optimistic as possible because I can see how great and how wonderful things would be if we can just get on the same page. Because right now, it just feels like they view you, Taurus, as someone who's being a bit stubborn, very difficult, having a fixed mindset. You made your decision. What this person doesn't know is you're in a space right now in your life where you may be busy. You may be really busy with trying to decide what is the right path for you. I can tell you're definitely in your head and trying to process this whole situation. And then with this Two of Pentacles to the Two of Swords, some of you guys are like even dating, talking to, or spending your time and your energy on something else or someone else. Like that can also be more of a priority right now than this connection and relationship. So this is not a complete no, but this is kind of like you saying, it depends. It depends on how this person shows up, if they apologize, if they make things right. But then I have this other thing that I have going on. What is that other thing I'm picking up for Taurus with this Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords? A lot of twos here. A lot of tools. I have the Magician. So, yeah, it's something that you're manifesting in your life. Like you're in a very powerful space. Yeah, and you're working very diligently on this. With the Eight of Pentacles, some of you guys may be starting a business or starting a new passionate project of yours. Some of you guys could be working on trying to find a new relationship, but I don't know why I'm getting some of you guys are working on your finances or your career. And so you've kind of put a lot of priority on that maybe, than love and relationships. I think there's a big part of you as well with the Three of Swords underneath the deck with the Five of Cups that whatever this person has done to you that has kind of made you pour your time and your energy into something else, it kind of breaks your heart that they have not taken accountability and apologized. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, well, let me just focus on this other thing. And if they come around and they do right by me, maybe I'll consider it, but it's a big maybe. A lot of you guys are just kind of like, I don't know. I think this is what I want to manifest. This is really a powerful circumstance you're in where you have the ability to create your own destiny. You're very much in control and in power at this time. And this person sees that you're hard at work, focusing on other things, while this person is sitting here hoping that you'll give them another chance. So, yeah, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, many of you guys, if you are dating, I'm just going to kind of remind you um, that due to this situation, many of you guys may have higher standards going on in your energy of what you're looking for. And the suitors that you're going to come across in the near future or have come across recently may just not be your cup of tea, which is why you're probably manifesting more of a business, career, job, money, going to school, like some other type of tangible goal. That's what I'm getting. So I don't think your focus is really heavily on love, but I could be wrong. I'm reading for a lot of different Tauruses. So where is this relationship headed next, Spirit? Between Taurus and this person coming up in their energy. We have the World in the reverse, and we have the Seven of Wands. I think you're going to put up a big blockage because time is going to be ran out. With the World in reverse, I think this cycle you guys have shared has been open for a little bit of time, and they've had plenty of opportunities to try to fix whatever issue. So by the time they decide to come forward or say something, boom, time's up. So yeah, with the King of Swords in reverse, to the Strength in reverse, this person spent way too much time thinking and overthinking and being scared and being insecure and intimidated. And it's just really, really sad that they've blew an amazing opportunity. But yeah, it's a time factor. I think time got away from them. Way, they waited way too long. They waited way too long. All right, your person could be a Taurus, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Leo, a Libra, Pisces, a Cancer, Gemini. All right. Could be any of those signs, or it can be other signs. Doesn't have to be. If it is those signs that they could have that in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign of their natal chart, or you can. Okay. All right. That's what I have for Taurus. Remember, guys, let's keep the chat positive, uplifted, and clear of personal reading questions. Again, no personal reading questions. If you spam the chat with questions, you will get blocked. I repeat, if you spam the chat with questions, you will get blocked. If you have a personal reading question, I would love to connect with you in a personal reading session. So to do that, you just click on my link right there, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. All right. This is also not a channel to protest your opinion. So if you don't like it, click off, move forward. I understand everybody has their own views and opinions, but please be respectful of those that need to hear the message versus trying to hear your views of things because nobody cares. You will get blocked. Geminis are next. Do we have any Geminis in the building? Any Geminis? All right, let's get it. Hey, sassy Scorpio. No love. We're only on Gemini. This is the order right here. I always say, y'all, if y'all want to know what sign we're on, just look at the chat, y'all. I try to keep everybody in the loop. And then if you see it's a green check mark, it's mean it's being done. And if it's not, you'll see what it says currently on, and then it'll say what's coming up next every time. You're welcome, boo. Good to see you. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Gemini. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Gemini and the person that Gemini is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Emperor in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have Judgment, Two of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. This is someone who feels like this relationship has gotten out of hand. They definitely feel like this relationship has gotten out of hand. And the reason why they've come to this conclusion is because they feel like a failure. With the Ace of Wands in the reverse, I think you have not really taken a lot of action towards this person in some type of way, Gemini. Some of you guys could be giving them the silent treatment. Some of you guys have already had a breakup, a separation. I definitely feel like you're just turned off. This person has totally turned you off in some type of way. So, what's happening here is this person is beginning to see that you are definitely standing your ground. It's making them feel like they've lost their grip of you. They've lost their grip on the relationship and they lost their family. For some of you guys, you could have kids by this person, could have been married. So, to do something about it and get a grip on the relationship, this person wants to rebuild things with you and establish a new start. They want a relationship that's more reciprocal now with the Six of Pentacles. So you will be hearing from this person very soon if you haven't heard from them already. And it's going to be very random. It's going to be in a moment when they can't take it. They can't take the silence. They can't take you guys being away from each other. They just can't take it. I can tell this is someone who plays a lot of mind games with you, by the way. And that may have definitely pushed you away. For a lot of you, this is also someone who has maybe in some type of way manipulated you or taken advantage of you. And that also pushed you away. Like I said, they definitely turned you off. And they secretly don't want to do that anymore. They realize that they've taken things way too far with you. And while this person's in complete ruins and sadness and pain and missing you and replaying the events and trying their best to figure out how to save this relationship, you're moving forward in your life. It wasn't a decision that was easy. I think a lot of you Geminis gave this person plenty of chances to figure it out, to figure out how to fix this. But at some point, you have your limit. The way this person made you feel, it made you feel like you were losing yourself. It made you feel very unstable. And that is not you, Gemini. That is not you. And more than anything, it broke your heart. This person left you feeling empty, alone. I think deep down, as much as you did love this person, your feelings have changed. You no longer feel the same way you did. You can only be treated so bad so long. And then you say, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired of trying to give this person chance after chance. I'm tired of giving this person every opportunity to redeem themselves. So, this is you drifting off into a new phase of your life, regaining your power and strength, while this person is trying to hold you closely to their chest before you run off into the arms of someone else. I'm sure their biggest fear is that you run off and have someone else. So, let's see what they're going to do. Yeah, with the Emperor in reverse, they're making sure you go nowhere. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I see. I see what's going on here. So this person's next move is they're going to wait until this other relationship or other thing in their life that they were investing in or felt like was more important to you than you, excuse me. This could be their family, this could be their friends, this could be an actual karmic third party. They're going to drop that other thing at the last and final hour and decide, "Oh no, no. Like I thought Gemini was not going to go anywhere. Like I need to hurry up and do something quick. Like I need to do this." And so they're going to secretly go behind this third party's back to come and try to fix the relationship with you. Because this person needs to have options. They need to not be alone. They can't stand being alone. Their life is a living hell. What does this Two of Pentacles in reverse mean? Yeah, the Lovers in reverse. It's some other relationship that didn't work out. So they're like treating you like a rebound. And this is something that they're keeping on the hush hush. This is secret. This is top secret, Gemini. Like hush hush. Like I don't think this person wants you to know this. That's why they've been MIA for some time because they've been busy entertaining someone else. That's going to flop. They're going to reach out to you. Be careful. They can be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They can be a fellow air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I also have a lot of earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Could be any sign, of course, but that's the main energy. Listen, don't be fooled. This person just wants to have possession, wants to have control. Just because things aren't working out in their world, they're hoping and praying that things are not going right with you and your world so they can swoop you up, get you back so they don't have to be alone. So be careful. Be very, very careful. Ahmed says, yeah, he's already reached out to me with the new mask, Mika. Just knowing what I'm doing these days. Just want to know what you're up to these days. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lisa says, Mika, you are fire. You are good. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. Just as a reminder, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, show your girl some love. Also, please, no questions in the chat. Mods, please help me out with that. If you see someone put a question in the chat, delete their comment. Don't block them, but delete their comment and then put a message in there. No questions in the chat, guys. I really would love for all of you guys to get readings done, but you have to book directly on my website, okay? That's the only way I can connect with you tonight, okay? Thank you so much for your understanding. All right, guys, we're moving on to Cancer next. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, all the newbies out there. I see a few new faces. I love to see new people. And if you're silently watching in the background because you're scared to talk, don't be scared to talk. We are a friendly spiritual community here to support you and help you navigate through things. Just make sure you don't put anything negative or toxic in the comments. And also, please, no personal reading questions. Save those when we do mini reads live or save those on my website to book a personal reading with me. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's do this, Cancer. Thank you, Kim. Don't block the people. Just remove their comments. It's like a distraction. It kind of distracts me. And I get it. I get it every single live. And I'm like, I love the fact you guys want me to read for you, but I can't. I just can't do it. Here we go, Cancers. Hey, Lola from Canada. Nice. And happy Cancer season, by the way, to all the Cancers. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Cancer and the person that Cancer is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Emperor in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Hangman. This is someone who is not who you think they are. In fact, this is someone that I feel like has a very toxic attachment towards you. Like, even if you guys are, connected to one another or really into one another, this is someone who pretends to be something that they're not. And as a result, it can be the very thing that's made you feel very sad, very hurt, very disappointed with how this love story has gone. I'm also getting a lot of love bombing energy from this one. So when they feel like your energy is being retracted or your love is not the same, they try to hurry up and give you the best version of themselves to help preserve and protect the connection. Again, it's all a front. It's all an illusion. It's not real. This is someone that's very much the type of person who will emotionally manipulate you, who will come in and love bomb you, who has the potential to be in and out of your life. And when they leave, they go off, find other suitors or entertain other people. They come back. They're like, let's fix it. I'm going to do better now. I'm going to, do the things you need me to do. The truth is, if you really want to know who this person really is, I'm glad you're here today. This is someone who will string you along and waste your time. With the Ace of Cups to the High Priestess to the Lovers in the reverse, they'll give you a love offer, but secretly, this person is kind of doing what they can do to keep the relationship and situation going without giving you no higher level of commitment. And the reason why is because this is someone who is a liar, deceiver, a manipulator. And every time, you listen to the words, you believe the lies, and then you're left feeling heartbroken and alone. I can tell, Cancer, this is a very touchy relationship for you because there's been a lot of time wasted here. I think so much so with you trying to make this person happy while sacrificing your own sense of security and stability and values and standards. You had a lot of hopes, you had a lot of dreams of where this relationship could go, and they let you down every time. Well, this is why. So, where is this relationship headed next? Spirit, where is this relationship headed next? For Cancers that resonates with this. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, Justice in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. The cycle repeats. If you let this person come in as a false emperor to try to get control, they're going to repeat the cycle. They'll continue to make you believe, let's work it out. Let's talk about it. Let's see where this thing can go. You let them back, you drop your guard, and here they go. Yeah. This is someone who definitely has options or other people they've considered in the background, always. And in the moment they decide to come towards you, the cycle repeats and they make it look so sweet. It's a cycle where they're going to definitely ask you, what do you need? What can I do for you? Let me help you out. And it's only going to be shortly lived. Yep, there we are. Underneath the deck, Seven of Swords. Still deceiving, still lying, still betrayal. The Seven of Swords is betrayal, trying to get away with something. Y'all be careful with this person. This person is very, very highly skilled at this, very calculated. A lot of you may have shared a lot of intimate details with them, so they know you very well and they know how to play you if you let them play their game, because it's a game to them. Be careful. Good warning message for those that need it. But remember, this is a general reading. So, cancers that are hearing this and freaking out, please don't. It's only for those that actually know who I'm talking about. Your person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We got Libra, another water sign such as yourself, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we also have Gemini. Very, very rough person here. Very deceptive. Wears a lot of mask. But their game doesn't change. That's the thing. So if you know you've been a part of cycles where this person does these things and they keep doing the same thing, you know this is your story. All right. Cancers are quiet. Sorry to trigger y'all, but that's what I have. We got Leo's next. Very toxic, very low vibrational person, whoever that is I read about. You got to put boundaries in place for those people, guys, because they will set out to use and hurt you. Very, very, very skilled, whoever this person is. Mighty, mighty Leos, where you at? Virginia, she came on brave enough to share that it is her, in fact, story for the Cancer read. Thank you, Virginia, for sharing that. We don't have any Leos here. No Leos. Leos, Leos. All right, Leos, let's do it. DP is here. Hey, DP. Kim says, it's sad to be a professional at hurting people. That's sad. It is. It's very, very sad. And that's why I agree with Sunshine, where she said discernment is so important. And that's true, guys. We talk about that on this channel all the time. Why in the dating phase you don't divulge, share all your personal intimate details, because if you're talking to the wrong individual, they're collecting data. They're taking notes. They know who you are, what you're about, what your triggers are, and they know how to play the game on you. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in the fantasy of what we want someone to be that we fall blind to the facts of who they are showing us they truly are. So you have to do your due diligence, collective. And for anybody that kind of resonates with that story that I did for Cancer, of really evaluating toxic people very closely. Now, in the dating phase, We don't know if we're dealing with a toxic person or a healthy person to that extent because someone that's very skilled like that, they can definitely look like Mr. Charming or Mrs. Charming. But guess what? The healthy and healed person can look the same. So what do? Close your legs, open your eyes, open your ears, and use your intuition. Use your discernment. What are your standards? What are your values? What are your boundaries? Stay firm on that and don't engage in anything too quickly. You move slow. That is a stranger. You don't know them. And as a woman that was with my ex husband for 15 years, even after being with that man for 15 years, there's parts of him that came out later that I had never seen before. And most people that have been in those 15, 20, 25, 30-year marriages will tell you, you still never really 110% know your person. You know only as much as they show and tell you, but sometimes they got a bunch of skeletons in the closet that they're keeping to themselves and they keeping that with God. Same thing with you. You don't tell your person all your skeletons and everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them all that. But I promise you, if you don't take anything from what I'm saying for the dating people, before you set out and date, you really got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what your values and standards are, and that should be grounded and rooted in your relationship with God, your religious views, your political views, how you view a man or a woman's character. What are you really looking for? What do you really value in a person? And what are you willing to give? What parts of yourself are you willing to contribute to the relationship? Because love is a selfless act. So while you're looking for certain things, what are you willing to give? And if you're sitting there saying, well, I'm not trying to give nothing, well, you're not ready for a relationship, beloved, because a relationship is a two-way street. It's about compromise and it's about nurturing, loving, and pouring into each other's cup. But some of us, we give so much of our own self, we give so much of our heart, our body, our mind, our money, our home, our time. You name it, they take it all for free. For free. For the free 99, ladies. And that man haven't invested a gosh darn thing in you. All he did is whip it out, unzip them pants, fire a few in you, leave you barefoot and pregnant with some STDs, and then dipped on to the next woman. And you looking crazy. Why? Because you let him. Ladies, we gotta move smarter. We gotta move smart. And a lot of y'all gonna say, well, it's his fault because he lied. All you had to say was no. Or all you had to say was, we're not married, so I'm not having unprotected sex. We're not married, so you're not moving into my house. We're not in a relationship, so I'm not even having intercourse with you until we go get checked out. I'm sorry, this is the first date, so you shouldn't be rubbing and feeling and kissing up on me. I don't know you. I don't know what them lips been last night. You see what I'm saying? Because every man is going to test you to see how far you're going to let them go. And some of you ladies feel like, well, if I don't do it, then he going to run off. If he's a man that's serious about you, he not going nowhere. But if he's a F boy, a player, the dark triad, a sociopath, a narcissist, a psychopath, or just a toxic, broken individual, of course he will leave. Of course he will leave, but guess what? You done dodged a bullet because he ain't built to be no real man anyway. He ain't no real man. He's a grown boy. He need to go back to the sandbox. He need to go to his mama's house so his mama can go take care of him. Cause you looking for a real one, a real man, a real man, not a boy that you gon' oh come on, move with me. You want a meal? No, When you got real men out here who's trying to prove to you that they really about that life. If you talking to a real man and you tell a real man, "Hey, don't worry about the tab. I'll go ahead and pay for it." You know what a real man's gonna do? They're gonna feel disrespect. They're gonna be like, "Nah, I'm good. You good." You know what I'm saying? But a grown boy gonna be like, "Okay, all right, go ahead. Shoot, all right." Weak, weak. A real man is gonna make sure you're emotionally, physically, spiritually safe. Even if you walking, say if you guys are walking down the like get out the car, you have to park the car. Some of you guys live in major cities and you have to park the car and walk down the road to get to the venue or the restaurant or the event you guys are going to on the date. He intentionally is going to be a gentleman. This is a man that's going to see you got a cute little dress on, you looking cute or whatever, whatever. It's a little cold and you do this number. And he gonna be like, "Oh, you cold?" And he gonna take his jacket off and put it on you, or he gonna try to warm you up. He see you standing on the side of the road, and you know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, come over here." He gonna protect you and make sure that you good. That's a real man. He gonna open the door. Some of you women are so I didn't wanna go there, but he gonna be a gentleman. And see, when y'all see a man that's being a real man and trying to court you and trying to show you that he respects you as a queen and give you the queen treatment, y'all be like, "Oh, oh, oh." That's toxic. You're toxic, ma'am. You're the problem. You're the problem. And you're gonna be single for a very long time, or you're gonna end up in another toxic relationship. If you're yelling at a man, cussing at a man, talking to a man like he's a little boy, you're going to be single, ma'am. You're not going to find your real, because a real man is not going to do the disrespect. They're not going to do that because a woman and a feminine energy is soft and it's submissive. And if he does something you don't like, you say in a soft voice, "I'm sorry." You see my volume, ladies? "I'm sorry, but please don't raise your voice at me. I didn't raise my voice at you. You don't have to raise your voice at me. But I can promise you this, if you raise your voice again, I'm gone." And I really mean that. And a man will respect you. And a man will respect you. He'll be like, "Wow." But I'll tell you, a man will always test you, ladies. They're gonna do little tests. They gonna touch you. They're gonna feel you. Every man, because every man wants it. That's the bottom line. They want it. Period. But it's about what are they willing to do to get it. Because I know every one of you ladies out there probably gonna eventually give it to them. Because some of y'all ain't got no backbone. Y'all ain't no real woman to have class and dignity. So in a man's mentality is, well, what do I gotta do to get it? What do I gotta do to get it? And if they really like you, they'll be willing to wait. Just saying. They'll be willing to wait. But toxic is real. We can't put everybody in the category of being good people loving people, kind people. Just because you're those people doesn't mean everybody you meet is going to be those same people. Like, I think a lot of women that do operate out of a very soft, kind, sweet, loving energy, when they find a guy that likes them, especially if you're a woman that's never really had a lot of male attention, you get all giddy, you get all like, "Oh my gosh, he likes me." And girl, you done lost all kind of sight and clarity of what he's really got going on. Is he really running game on you, or is he actually a genuine guy? Get your head out of the clouds, stop falling in love with potential, and come down to know the assignment. The assignment is, who is this fool? What he want? What you want? Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? Now say that. Don't say that. Just evaluate. Evaluate and take all that feeling out of it. Because y'all women, y'all get so wrapped up. And then once the player know he got you, once the toxic person know he done played his game and got you, now you done fell in love. You done dropped your guard. You done forgot about your promise that you made to yourself and to God. And you up here laying down with your legs wide open, doing what you do. And he dogging you out behind your back, bringing all kind of stuff to the bedroom. And you still take him back. Once you find out, you start crying, and then you start feeling like, well, what did I do? Was it me? Girl, please. No, he was trash. He was trash. So we gotta, ladies, we gotta just, I don't know what we gotta do. We got really what it is you gotta change your mindset. Y'all got a lot of y'all don't know the game. Y'all don't know the game that a lot of men be playing. And it just really, y'all be missing out on great opportunities. And the great opportunities that are presented to you, because some of you guys have really good guys that want to talk to you, and you look up upside the head like, ugh, why are you talking to me? Is because you're so used to the playboy, the pretty boy, the guy that's a certain height that can get any woman he wants talking to you. Instead of looking at the guy next door who may be 5'8", may have a little dad bod, but is actually a really cool dude, really down to earth, really kind and sweet. And you overlook him because you want to live in a fantasy world. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you really gotta truly, evaluate the whole thing. And it's very sad. It's very sad that it's like this, but we live in a world and society where a lot of women allow a lot of foolishness, and then they end up hurting themselves. And then as a collective, a lot of people who are serious about dating, especially the men who are serious about dating, kind of get their hopes up because they feel like women are so lost, or women are so easy, or women are so not ready for marriage. So they feel like, well, what's the point of taking dating seriously? A lot of men are in that mindset. Why take dating seriously if women are going to be just laying up with everybody? Why take women seriously if I'm a good guy and she just want me to pay for a free meal? Why take women seriously if she don't know how to act like a wife or carry herself like a wife with class and dignity? This is real man's mindset. That's why a lot of men are not taking dating seriously. So that's why you got to move different and show him something different to give him hope. But you got to be consistent with that. You got to be real consistent with that, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you let up and you're not being authentically who you are, they gonna sense it, and then they gonna leave you. They gonna be like, oh, okay. So she was trying to play a role. So she the narcissist. All right. That's my TED talk for the night, y'all. I can't do no more. But I hope that helps somebody out there. We're doing Leo now. I agree, Mike. I agree. Listen, y'all, Mike said social media and websites have ruined dating. They have. You got Cornhub, you got dating apps, you got all these different, unrealistic fantasy women online. Then you got the women that listen to these horrible podcast hosts that really don't know, like never been married, don't know how to get a man, never had a man. Like giving horrible advice, telling women, "Oh, you need to pimp dudes out. You need to trick man. I'm sorry, you need to trick man out and have man do this, do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and all that mess." It's really corrupted a lot of people's mind. A lot of people that have a platform shouldn't have one because they're giving horrible advice. And it's corrupting people's mind. And then, like you say, a lot of these for the men, a lot of men will turn to, the corn, change the C to a P for stimulation, and then they feel like, "Well, shoot, boom, fantasy." And then they lose sight of a real woman. Or they feel like, "Well, what's the point of having a real woman when all these other women out here doing whatever? They watching it with me." I've heard some women go to the strip club with a man, and I'm like, "You going to the strip club with your man? Oh, you really got the game twisted, honey. You looking real foolish right now." Man, I've had a couple of people that have told me that. And then look at me sideways like, "What's the problem?" Girl, that looks so bad. You first of all, you don't look straight. Second of all, you're condoning your man to lust after other women, which for men, if they lust after a woman, they're going to want to act upon it. So when they see stuff and they keep seeing it, they're going to want to act upon it. That's why corn and all this other stuff you're seeing, all these video vixens and stuff is very deadly and ruining relationships. Because when you see all that fantasy, you start wanting to act upon it. You want to try it. And that's how people who have those types of addictions of watching that stuff, they usually end up ruining their marriage or ruining their relationship because they see that stuff and they're like, "Oh, I want to try that. And my wife would never do that. So let me go try to do that." That's where all that stuff stems from. You know why people allow open relationships? Because they're desperate and they make the excuse for a man that doesn't want to be committed to them that it's okay to happen because no woman truly wants to be in an open relationship. I don't believe that. Women are too emotional for that. Now, a man that doesn't really want to choose that woman or choose just one woman because he just is so yes, thank you, Mr. Bear. That's a man that's not satisfied and that's a man that's lost. Like that's a man that's traumatized or been sexually abused, aka gay. So if a man wants to have multiple women, or if a man has like a very big corn addiction or really hyper actual, I can't say certain stuff because they're gonna shut my channel down. But if they're really into that type of stuff, more than likely they are gay. They're in the closet. They're in the closet. And that gives them permission to go off and do whatever and try different things. Because again, it goes back to if I have all these different things that I can get off doing, because let's be honest, if you go back to studying polygamy, it's about survival. People got into that culturally, especially back in the African culture for survival, because you kind of had to have a tribe of people to kind of help the family survive. But we've turned it into a Western thing to make an excuse to cheat, to fulfill our sexual desires, because most of those polygamy relationships, the person that's supposed to be the man is not taking care of all those people. That's a damn lie. He's he's getting pleasure out of all those people. And then eventually, if y'all really watch this stuff, or y'all really know the couples that's in it, it never is a healthy relationship. It's never a healthy relationship. And the reason why it's not healthy is because where we put our focus is where we see our most growth. So, for example, if I'm trying to lose weight, I need to focus on my fitness and my diet. But what if I just focus on my fitness and on my diet? I'm not going to lose the weight. I may lose a little bit. I'm feeding the goal, but not really. So when you're talking about an open relationship, you're not devoting all your time and energy into that one person. You're spreading your time and energy. So eventually, guess what's going to happen? Someone is going to feel neglected. Someone is going to feel like they're not getting enough time or they're not getting what they need because they're not being 100% focused. I've been married, and even in a one woman, one man relationship, it's hard to always dedicate your time and energy to one person. So can you imagine? Can you imagine being in an open relationship or a polygamous marriage or whatever, and you have to put your time and energy into multiple wives, your career, your children? Like, you can't do all that effectively. There's no way. And you can say, well, yeah, well, if he have all that money, he can throw money at him. But money is the root for all evil. So you can't just throw money at somebody and say that's real love. That ain't no real love. That's not real love. And also, you open it up Pandora's box, like um, Alexandra said, where you're creating multiple soul ties, STDs, multiple pregnancies. It's just nasty. Just think about it. Like, put it in perspective. Just think about it. I love to have relations with her and her. But her, when you're not around and you having all this with her, this one right here is probably behind your back having sex with him, because you're not giving her all the time and energy that she needs. Then this one, the second one, is doing the same thing. Then the third one doing the same thing. So now you got all this nastiness going around and around because if you're okay with your partner having other people, you best believe that other person gonna want other people, and the other people they laying up with, you don't know what other people they laying up with, and then it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's not of God. In every religion that I feel like is valid, because some religions say polygamy and all that, whatever. But the ones that I feel like are speaking truth is gonna say that it's wrong and it shouldn't be done. Now, I'm a Christian. I grew up in a non-denominational church. I'm a Christian. I call Jesus my Lord and Savior. So, I'm really against it, but it makes sense. How can you really commit to somebody when you got so many other people? That don't make sense to me. You might as well call all them people your hoes. it just it's just nasty. And it's not psychologically, it's something wrong to feel like it's okay to live like that, because by nature, when you love someone, and this is what the polygamy people gonna say, you love this person for that reason. You love this person for that reason. And that's true. You may love two or three different women for different reasons, but where are you going to be able to invest your time and energy? Where are you going to do that? And women need that. Men even need that. And that's not fair. And I think most men would agree that they kind of know most women are not going to go out and be as loose like that, like men are. Because I think men know, like, the woman is the weaker vessel, but they also know women are not the ones to be as hypersexual as the man is. So that's why in most cases, when you look at a lot of those types of relationship dynamics, is usually going to be the weaker vessel approving the man to do it, and then the man dogging that woman out. And that's why men, a lot of men that do that are getting away with it. It's not right. And the reason why men doing it because they know the woman's a weaker vessel and women are very emotional and they live in a fantasy world. And a lot of the women that do it say, if I let my boyfriend, my husband do that, then maybe I can get him to be closer to me. Actually, you're driving him further away from you. You're driving him further away. I agree. I agree. Quentin says if Jesus came back to the world today, he'd be horrified of the virgins people have created of his teachings. I agree. Now, I don't believe that women destroy everything with their words. And actually, actuality, women are actually very intelligent. And actually, women are the backbone to any marriage and relationship. That's why men need the woman. Men can't be alone. If you look at every family dynamic, every single woman can stand alone and thrive. There is not a man that can't stand alone and thrive. A man needs a woman because he needs a woman to be the logical reason and talk some sense into him. When I say a woman is a weaker vessel, I'm talking about physically like physically and emotionally. That's what I mean. When I'm talking about relationships, men are more strong and less emotionally invested so quickly than the woman. So when you guys get into a relationship, it's very, very rare. When I mean like maybe 1-2% men that's gonna say within a year, I fell in love with my woman. Most women within a year are gonna say, I'm madly in love. I know some men that'll get married and still not be madly in love. They'll be in strong liking, but they won't be in love. Why? Because men have taught to not have their emotions tied into things. You got to suck it up. You got to be tough. You got to be strong. So they've learned to turn their emotions out of a lot of stuff. So it takes a long time for a man to get there unless they've really learned to find peace and they can really trust giving their heart. Men are very selective of who they give their heart and they show their vulnerability to. And even if they do like a woman, they're not going to just trust it as quickly as a woman will. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, Quentin. If you heard what I said, you just repeated what I just said. Correct. That's what I just said, Quentin. And like I said, though, he needs the woman to draw that out of him. That's what I'm saying. Welcome to my channel. You're going to realize I know a lot of different things. I'm very in tune with a lot of different things. Welcome. I may not be a man, but I know a lot about men. A lot of women don't know a lot about men. That's why they're confused. And men don't know a lot about women. That's why they're confused. And so I try to bring the logic into this platform so we can understand each other and be able to kind of go in the relationship the way it's intended to be so we both can build in a healthy and more loving, compassionate way. And my hope is always to uplift the collective because a lot of our vibrations are very low. And that's why we're here so we can learn to get to the next level. So every now and then I'll come in and do little TED Talks to kind of help people if they come up with different things that they want to talk about. All right. That's not true, Quentin. That's not true. Quentin said women on average are more likely to maintain close friendships and seek emotional support from friends and family in addition to a partner. Um, let me tell you something about that. Let me tell you about women. And see, this is what I mean. A lot of men think they know women, but y'all don't know women. As a woman, I'm telling you, a woman can be a lot of different things, fellas. Fellas, y'all listening? Women's can be a lot of different things. They can be strong in the workplace. They can be great mothers. They can be very opinionated. They can pretend to be tough. But a woman's most weakest thing is a man. When a woman finds a man that she really loves, she loses all sense of reality. She don't think clearly at all. She loses her mind. Her family don't matter no more. Her friends don't matter no more. She neglects herself for this raggedy man. So that's not true. Now let's talk about a man. It takes a man or opposite, because it takes a man a long time to fall in love with the woman. So they're going to lean on more with their friends and family first than trust that woman right there and love that woman right there. See, a woman going to love you, and she going to be doing all this stuff for you, treating you like a king, and you sitting up there like, damn, did I deserve all that? Damn, she doing all that. Because again, women are emotional creatures, and that's why the players be winning, because they know the game. They know women are very emotional. So you know what players do? They come in and they tell a woman everything she want to hear. They make love to her mind, and they get the woman wrapped up in this fantasy and this idea, and they play whatever role they got to play. And then once the woman gets wrapped up into this spell of being in love, they start being blind to the truth. They can see it right in front of their face, and they still making excuses for this fool. They don't care what they family say. They don't care what their friends say. That's her man, her man, her man. That is a woman. Quentin, you said, so if that's the case, why do women step out of relationship partnerships? If a woman steps out of a relationship, it's the same reason why men do, because she wasn't that into you. She never got to the point of falling in love with you. You were irrelevant. But most women don't cheat, because why? Most women fall in love quicker than men. But if a woman never really likes you to begin with, or a woman was just using you because you got money, or just was like, then of course she gonna step. If she's a low vibrational woman, by the way, not every woman. Some women are just gonna say, listen, I don't like you, bro. Get back. Nice to know you. Goodbye. But most women, and this is statistically proven, and you can go, you can test the theory and watch this. If you're a man and you go talk to a woman and you say, hey, are you single? Most women are going to tell you the truth. I'm married. I'm in a relationship, because that's how loyal they are. But let a man see a big old booty or something they like. Most men will lie. Yeah, I'm single. It's a different type of thing. Not all men are going to do that, by the way. I'm just saying most women will move like that. And that is a fact. Most women don't cheat. Most women don't cheat. They can be a whole stripper, they can be a whole prostitute, and they will not cheat on their man. Well, I can say prostitute, but you know what I'm saying. They could be somebody that has a lot of history of being hyper or whatever. And once they get to the point of falling in love, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But see, y'all haven't been in the trenches to know enough. Some of y'all that's trying to argue with me probably hadn't had enough women to test the theory to know what I'm saying is facts. And all the women in the chat trying to tell you, Ramika, Mika, you're right. You're absolutely right. Somebody says, do you know how long it takes a woman to leave? I watched my mom be unhappy for 14 years and stay faithful. It got to the point she worked 2 jobs just not to be at home until we told her, Mom, leave. I'm gonna run that again for the remedial people in the back that's trying to argue me. I got a person right here trying to tell you something. And this is very common because that's how women are built. And you can't argue a woman telling you how women move. I'm a woman. And most women on here that watch me are women. They're trying to tell you, you don't know the game, sir. Most women are like ride or dies. They will cut everybody off for their man and then spend years wasting time on trash until they reach their breaking point. And usually it's like she said, 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. You'll be blown away. That man can be cheating, she gonna stay. That man can be putting his hands on her, some of them will stay. That man could be having a baby outside of the marriage, some of them will still stay and even help raise the child. Come on now. Look at your family, look at other women in your family and see. That's the facts right there. But how many men are going to do the same thing? How many men you know in your life? If their wife cheated on them, they stayed. If their wife put their hands on them, they stayed. If their wife had a child outside of the marriage, they stayed. It ain't no comparison. It's not the same. And that's what I'm trying to say. Folks are so remedial. I'm so tired of arguing with idiotic fools in the comments. It is ride and dumb. That's really what it is, Keisha. But I just say ride or die because that's what most of y'all call it. It is ride or dumb. It really is. But let's not call it dumb. Let's just call it, like I said, women get caught up in the fantasy and women get caught up in the hopes and dreams of instead of accepting the facts. Because why? Because women have a nurturing, loving spirit. It is by our nature to nurture and love and heal and help, take care of the kids, take care of our man, take care of everybody else. Even the dang on Barbies and baby dolls when we were a kid, we were groomed to take care of everything. When some of us was in the kitchen cooking at 10, 11, 12 for the whole family, taking care of the whole house. How many men doing all this stuff? Zero. And a lot of us have seen the woman in our lives do this, be in the toxic relationships and stay by the man. And then those elders in the family say, well, baby, he just being a man. Girl, no, he ain't just being a man. He's being a grown boy. Because if you really about that life and really trying to commit, then you wouldn't step out. Now, everybody's situation is different. I can't tell you what to do, but I know that's a deal breaker for me. I'm like a man. If you cheat on me, you gone. Bye. That's me. Some women, y'all holding it down, man. Y'all holding it down. I ain't built like that. I will leave. You know why? Because I'm secure in who I am. Because I know my worth and my value. And I know the type of energy and the type of love and the type of care that I give as a beautiful woman, a loyal woman, a peace to your chaos. And you gonna disrespect me, you can go. Goodbye. There's nothing to talk about. That's a deal breaker for me. You can go goodbye because I don't know how many others there are. And you know what the thing is condoning the behavior. If I let a man do X, Y, and Z and I let him come back, I'm basically saying indirectly, I'll forgive you this time And in their mind, they're saying, oh, well, if I do it again, she probably going to forgive me again. Absolutely not. Not with that. There's not going to be a next time. I can guarantee you that. For men, it is non-negotiable. Every single man don't play that. It hurts their ego. It makes them feel like, wow, really? So why don't we, ladies, why don't we respect ourselves enough to have the same standard? Why? Because your elders told you he just being a man. No, he can go be a man over there then. Because we established that from the jump when we got in a relationship that is a boundary you don't cross with me. You don't cheat, I don't cheat, and that's what it is. That's my relationship. That's my relationship. Keisha said my cousin stayed in a marriage for over 30 years. He recently died about 2 years ago. He was physically and mentally abusive. My God. Mm-mm. That's definitely a deal breaker because it's either gonna be him or me. Somebody gonna meet the Lord very soon. It's it's over. If a fool put his hands on me, it's either him or me because somebody gonna meet the Lord very soon, and it's probably not gonna be me. It's probably not gonna be me. So you can play that game. You all you got to do is start raising your voice and start hitting stuff, start throwing stuff, and then I'm gonna go to my get my little piece, and I'm gonna just stand there. You okay? You all right? Okay. I'm gonna tell you this one time. Don't do that because of all that throwing stuff that you're doing right there can turn into you putting your hands on me. And you put your hands on me, I have every right to defend myself. So don't do that. You do it again, this relationship's over. Now, of course, it had to get real bad, Keisha, for me to go there with it. But I'm serious. I ain't got time for none of that. But again, 30 years, that tells you, unfortunately, your cousin was in a relationship where she let him get away with a lot of stuff. And that's what happens. You let him get away with stuff and he just keeps doing it. You gotta put your foot down day one. You got to put your foot down in it, kind of like kids, ladies, just like kids. When the kids do something they ain't supposed to do, you get onto them. Boom, cut it off. Boom. No, we ain't doing that. Nope. And if you do it again, here's the consequence. And if they do it, 10 toes down on it. Don't let up. Don't let, well, okay, all right. No, we ain't doing that. It either is or it ain't. You either with the program or you can get lost. Period. That is the expectation to be with me. Just like you have expectations, I got some too. So let's talk about it. What do you need from me in this relationship? Okay, let me tell you what I need from you. These are the conversations y'all should be having before you guys even get to being in a relationship. Those are things that, like, boundaries you guys establish before you even get in the relationship. And then if those boundaries are crossed, then you have the conversations. And that's what therapy is. If y'all feel like you guys can't talk it out, you get a third party to come and have y'all talk it through and work it through. But it gets ugly, y'all. It gets ugly out here. So you got to protect yourself always because it's only one you. And with the wrong person, it can really destroy your life. Being in the wrong relationship can really destroy your life. So you really got to be very careful out here. Very careful. All right, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna start Leo. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. I am not dedicating all of my time back to back doing readings. I try to sometimes, but sometimes I come in and I'll do a TED talk. Please be patient with the process or click off. Don't bug me to death and tell me when y'all ready for me to do the next reading. I know what I'm doing. I kn I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm a professional. I don't need you guys to remind me what sign we on, what we doing, when we gonna do it, what you doing. Okay, but I'm not done saying what I need to say. And to be honest, a lot of people need that information. That little sermon that I just gave right there, that probably saved somebody's life. I'm just being honest. It probably really saved somebody's life because a lot of people, as common sense and as common as it may seem, a lot of people really need to hear that because they're so lost and so confused because we live in a world with so many people giving wrong advice, wrong information, and it's causing people to step further away from God, stepping further away from what's right and allowing themselves to just settle for something that's setting out to destroy them, destroy their peace, bring the vibration down, and just settle for stuff that doesn't really serve them. So, my hopes, if you're watching this, is that it's helping you in some type of way. You took something from it. If you didn't need it, cool. You already there then. You must already be married. You must have already figured it out. You must be already in a healthy relationship. Great for you. Good. Good. Great. But I got a lot of people and I know my audience. I have a lot of people that's on this live right now because I talk to them every day behind the scenes when I have personal readings and the different clients I interact with on the video calls, all my different clients I talk to. I hear their stories. I hear their pain. I know and I see a common trend. And a lot of times when someone says something, it triggers me back to, oh, yeah, I remember when that client mentioned that. So let me just talk a little bit about that. I remember a couple of my clients had a similar thing. I can't speak on what me and my clients discussed, but I can speak on hot topics that probably are something that a lot of people need to hear. So to be honest, there is a method to my madness. And this is a free video. This is a free reading. And it's my channel. This is how I do it. If you don't like it, click off. But don't be rude, y'all. Please don't be rude. Like it's not necessary. And some people are really lost. Like for y'all saw it in the comments. Some of these men really think they know women and they don't. Some of these women think they know men and they don't. And they need this little mini lesson so they can have a deeper understanding so they can find healthy love instead of toxic love. That's what it is. It's free advice. That's right. And it's going to all be time stamped. So if you do have to click out because you got to go to work, you got to click out because you got things to do, fine. Everything will be time stamped. I always time stamp my videos um after the live ends. So my apologies if you feel like I'm not moving fast. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm a stubborn Aquarius. Call it what it is. I sure am. I speak part from experience, Mr. Bear. That's the thing. Some people speak only from experience. I speak from the experience. I speak from the knowledge. And I speak also from the things that I've learned from my clients and their experiences, and also years of research, and also being spiritually tapped in to kind of know what people are going through. All right, we're doing Leo now. And I need to get on y'all because I got a lot of stuff to do. So I don't even know why I'm sitting here running my mouth that so long. But here we go. We're gonna have this thing. We're gonna go ahead and go all the way to Pisces, y'all. We're gonna go all the way to Pisces. So hang tight, y'all. We're gonna keep it rolling. Here we go, Leo. Thank you for those of you being patient. I appreciate you. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Mighty Mighty Leo. Leo sun, moon, rising Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Leo and the person that Leo is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Magician, the Chariot, the Ace of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this is someone that thought they can be just fine on their own, but it looks like things have not worked out just fine for them. So this is someone who lacks a lot of self-awareness. They may just kind of make very impulsive decisions that don't really serve them. They just do what they think would be just fine, but life is definitely lifing for them right now. So, with the Magician, it looks like this is someone that's really hoping and praying where that you guys can pick up where you guys left off. Just to kind of be, in my opinion, I feel like somebody that they can just entertain for the time being. Do I see this person wanting to be in a solid, committed relationship with you? Not really. I kind of see someone that just is working on having someone to cling on to, someone to talk to, someone to entertain them. They definitely are just trying to find somebody. Why are they trying to find somebody, Spirit? The Lovers and the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're very codependent on how other people make them feel when they know that person loves them more than they love them, or that person is really into them or loyal to them, standing by their side. That really strokes their ego and makes them feel loved and supported. But I don't think this is someone who reciprocates the same energy. So we have the Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, but the Hierophant in the reverse. So this is a lot of energy about new start, new beginnings. But with the Hierophant in reverse, this is like without the title of commitment. So we're talking about someone that wants like a situationship, a string along situation. Like I said, something to entertain them for the time being. You and them don't jive too well with that. I think you don't really want that from this connection. You want something more. Yeah, with the Chariot to the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Wands in reverse. You want someone who is going to give you a reciprocal experience. You give, they give. You support, they support. You feel like this is someone who's very selfish, very entitled, just takes advantage. And as you wait and hope they'll give more, it just doesn't feel like they get there. So with the Knight of Cups in reverse, a lot of you Leos are going in another direction to go find someone else to give you the Ten of Cups. Some of you Leos could be actually meeting someone new or in a new relationship already, or definitely pursuing your happiness elsewhere, whether it be by yourself or just finding more peace and happiness elsewhere away from this. You're just kind of giving up on this, I think. So where is this relationship headed next then? We got the Devil, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. You know that, like I said, this is someone that's very much like almost praying and hoping and fantasizing and hoping you'll give them another chance. Praying things will go in their favor. Give me attention. Give me love. Give me energy. Give me time. But it really is like a string along situation. You don't want that. So with the Nine of Swords, it's going to look like this person may be trying to reach out or thinking about reaching out. Some of them will, some of them won't. Either way, you're not, you can care less. I feel, Leo. You done went about your business anyway. This person could be a Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Sagittarius. I don't know if I said Cancer already. All right. Let me know if it resonates for the Leos. We got Virgos next. Any Virgos here? All right, let's do it, Virgo. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Virgo and the person that Virgo is energetically connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Thank you, Rebel. I appreciate that. The Five of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Chariot in the reverse, the World, and the Sun. So this is someone who feels like, you guys have so much history together that it's almost, in their mind, almost impossible for you guys to just not work this out. They feel like you guys have a lot of love, a lot of, I don't know, just history together. I don't know how else to say it. Like a lot, like what do they call it? Like a soul contract or whatever. I'm sorry, Virgo. I'm tapping out, y'all. I'm so tired. I barely wanted to get on this live, so bear with me. The past few days have been chaotic for me, so please excuse me. A lot of emergencies today that I've had to deal with. We had the Six of Cups, the Chariot in the reverse, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so when we're talking about the history that you guys share, like they want to go back to the time when things were peaceful. Like they don't like how things are going now. They want to go back when things were feeling good between you two and things were a lot easier. Because right now it feels, in their opinion, almost impossible to get back to the peace. You're making it very difficult. That's their words, not mine. I can also tell that this is someone that may have had made multiple attempts to try to reconcile with you, or have already tried to make attempts. I don't know what's going on with this reading, bro. The energy is really weird. Let me see. What is this? It's almost like a big blockage is happening with the energy all of a sudden just hitting me. Okay, King of Swords in reverse. That's what it is. This person's trying to manipulate the reading. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse. That's manipulation energy. So it's almost like this person's energetically trying to get me to switch the words. Have y'all noticed in the Leo reading, I would just like very flow, and then all of a sudden, like I'm yawning, my words are stumbling. Um, it's almost like I'm getting brain fog. It's just like hitting me all of a sudden, and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" This is this person, like their energy is so strong. What is this King of Swords in reverse? The Fool in reverse. Okay, so they want to try to get you to see a different side of them. They want to try to get you to get a different perspective or different interpretation of who they are than what they really got going on. So even in this reading, when I talked about the 6 of cups, I'm like, why can't I just talk about like and then I had to switch it and almost say like soulmates. So I'm not even making this up. It's almost like someone is coming hijacking the reading and can't even like it's almost like I'm under spiritual attack. Definitely giving warlock energy. I don't know if your person practices um, manipulating people's energy, but definitely I feel it. So hold on a second. Just give me a second. I think that's the biggest issue when this person does reach out to you. It's going to confuse you, and you're going to begin to wonder, like, are their intentions pure? Do they mean what they say? Queen of Pentacles. Should I be compassionate? Should I be healing, loving? Should I trust this? Can you tell me about more who this person is? Queen of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Wands. Oh, okay. All right. So this is someone who just basically is attached to you for like sexual reasons, for pleasure reasons, for fun reasons, but they may come across as somebody that wants something more than that. So this is not somebody that's coming in for anything serious, but they may have been giving you the impression they want something serious. So this definitely could be somebody that has a lot of attraction for you, a lot of sexual energy, but it just doesn't feel authentic and it doesn't feel like love. It just feels like you have a lot of history with them. And when I say going back to the way things used to be, it could be when you would drop your guard and you guys would be very intimate and you would believe the lies and all that kind of stuff. I guess that's what it is. Y'all got to tell me, Virgo, I'm getting out of this energy. Kind of don't want to finish the reading. Let me hurry up. Where is this relationship headed next? We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the Tower in the reverse and the 6 of Pentacles. This is someone who doesn't want to give up. So even if they feel like you're rejecting them, they don't want to accept the word no. They're not going to accept defeat. They're not going to accept that it's over. They're just going to continue to try to see if they can switch your mind again, manipulate you. So every single attempt is going to be probably some type of new type of tactic or way to get you to drop your guard. But don't expect this person to give you more than just wasting your time. I think they're gonna also lead with a lot of the history thing. I don't know why I'm going with that, but some of you guys could have children together, could have been with them for years. They may play on the good times when you guys were having fun. I'm also getting with a lot of you Virgos, you may already be dating with the Ace of Swords because you kind of like see what it is. So now you're moving with a more logical approach and a more practical approach instead of love. Yeah, this person doesn't like the word no. But what they don't know is you've kind of started figuring a lot of things out. Like the math was not mathing. Okay. So with the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles, um, be careful with new connections you're getting into as well. Don't overinvest or overgive to someone too soon with the Five of Pentacles. It may kind of leave you feeling depleted. So there may be a correlation with this cycle and then new cycles coming into your life soon, Virgo. Like karmic lessons have got to be learned. So you're not repeating cycles with people to come in and just manipulate you, take advantage of you, use you and such. Also, like I know Anna 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 said something about someone from her past. So this can be an old friend as well. It doesn't have to be like an ex. It can be like an old friend of yours that's trying to come back. It's definitely someone you have history with for sure. Okay, I got to get out of this energy. It's giving me a headache. Okay, this could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio. All right, next we got Libra. It is heavy. It's very heavy. I got to get out of that. I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't like to use the word so easily, but this person may have a lot of other underlying issues going on that may exemplify traits or qualities of a narcissist or somebody that's, very highly skilled manipulator and stuff. They like to manipulate energy and things of that nature. Like, just be careful with whoever that is. Like, even in the reading, I know how to look past a lot of that. It just takes me a little bit longer to see what they're doing. But whoever this person is, they may do spell work or they may have their energy so protected or they know how to um, manipulate energy. Some of you guys also, I'll tell you this, dreams. If any of you Virgos get dreams of this person, then they're also probably attacking you while you sleep. So if they can't get you in the 3D, they can also be coming to you in your dreams. So be careful, especially if you get dreams of like you guys being in a relationship, loving each other, stuff like that. People like that are pretty spiritually powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has spiritual gifts and they just know how to manipulate people like a warlock, or witchcraft. Like, so be careful with that, please. Sage your house, Palo Santo, pray, open up the book of Psalms, walk around the house. Telling you. Oh, see, Maya has had dreams. See what I'm saying? Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Maya said, I had dreams as he's watching me, just looking. Yeah, like anything where they're like attacking you in your dreams. And it's anything to try to influence or manipulate your energy. Like if I can't get to you in the 3D, then these very powerful spiritual people will try to attack you in your dreams to try to manipulate your thoughts and things. And the best way to get away from that is transmute the energy. Just start pouring into yourself more, your goals, do anything you can to remove that energy off of you. Get all that person stuff out of your house. Um, try to not spy on them or look them up or anything like that. Like just try to cut the cord as much as possible. And like I say, prayer is everything, you know? Like I said, go to Psalms. When you go to Psalms, and the Psalms is a book of all the things you need to pray all that demon away. All right, here we go, Libras. We have any Libras here? Replace him with a dog. Yeah. You can do that too. That's always fun. Having a sweet, loving companion instead of a headache, right? Sissy says, Libra's up next. By the way, I love your reversals, Mika, because it lets me know that it doesn't always represent something negative. I'm learning tarot and always accepted my reversal sideways. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. You got to. Tarot, you got to learn all things, right? You also got to learn, if you're learning tarot, one thing I want to suggest to you, Sissy, is learning how to protect yourself as well. So, knowing how to do rituals to make sure that you're protected. Pray over yourself, pray for, if you're reading for people, pray for your viewers. I always say a prayer before I do readings, whether I go live or I do it with the client. If I'm doing a reading for a personal reading, I record myself doing the reading because I want the clients to know that I always pray and I protect myself as well as my clients in those readings from any dark and negative energies. But also your energy has to definitely be preserved, especially if you do readings for other people, because you will pick up, like just now, you pick up a lot of heavy stuff sometimes, and it's not fun. And that's why when people say, well, why these tarot readers want to charge X, Y, and Z? Because one, it's we have a spiritual gift and we're very sensitive to energy. And what ends up happening is when we tap into a realm of picking up other people's energy and we get the spiritual downloads that we're picking up, think about all that's coming at us. Then we get the symbols of the cards. It's a lot to carry. And some of us are so tapped into like the clairvoyant side that sometimes we get sensations, like feelings, we hear songs, we get visions, all kind of different things come in and it just becomes a lot. So I tell people, if you ever book a personal reading, you're really paying for that spiritualist's time, but also their energy because they're putting a lot of effort and energy to deliver the message. And it's intense sometimes. It gets really intense. All right, Libras, let's go ahead and get started. Thank y'all for those that are sending the jewels. I'm sorry, I haven't even acknowledged you guys earlier. Thank you to all of you that's supporting the channel tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I'll miss it. Sometimes I will miss it. So I'm sorry if you sent a jewel, guys. All right, here we go, Libras. Thank you, Sissy. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Libra. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Libra and the person that Libra is currently connected to in love and romance? Right now, in this moment, we have the Empress in the reverse, the Star in the reverse, the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We also have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Six of Pentacles. You know, this is someone who has a lot of excuses as to why they can't be the type of partner that you need them to be. They really can be. They're just making a choice. This person has done a lot of things to disappoint you and make you feel almost like giving up, but it's all their excuses. And then to add even more of a headache to the situation, you'll probably be blown away to realize, Libra, that this person hasn't been reaching out to you because they're expecting to hear from you first. With the King of Cups in the reverse and the Death, this is someone that knows that you have a lot of feelings for them. They know that you have put a lot of effort and a lot of work to try to make this relationship stay afloat. And I think over time, you started realizing that maybe this person was breadcrumbing you. With the Page of Pentacles, I can tell this is someone that's very immature and only gives you very little, but acts like that's all they can give when that's a lie. I'm also getting that also with that Page of Pentacles, they're expecting communication from you because they feel like communicating to you first is a risk. They've kind of waited. And since they haven't heard anything, they feel like there's definitely a risk associated with reaching out. A lot of you guys are dealing with an opportunist. I'm just going to call it what it is, a user. And if they do reach out to you, it's because these other options or other opportunities that they've been trying to manifest after things may have not worked out with you is just going to kapooey flop. So they're feeling alone. And that's what's motivating them to, consider you now. After really sitting back and really processing this entire experience alone after leaving this, I think a lot of you Libras are coming to the startling realization that there was some really bad judgment calls made on your behalf. Really was love, with the Queen of Cups. You had a lot of love for them. I saw them showing up as the King of Cups in reverse. So I think it was destined you guys come together as soulmates, but when you're dealing with someone who is an emotional manipulator and not living to their full potential, instead of being all that you need them to be, they in fact become more of a codependent, more anxious, more needy. Be careful. This person is definitely very deceptive. And if they do reach out to you, they don't have the best intention. Yeah, they're going to lie. about what they've been up to since you guys have been apart. They may even lie about what their intentions are. So let's see, what do they want to do next? King of Pentacles, Two of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You know, they want to fix and repair the relationship with you and then just kind of only focus on you to see what they can do to fix and repair things. But what you don't realize, like I said, things have not gone according to plan. So they're going back to your house, back to hitting you up because they've run out of options. And then to add misery to this, they're not coming with their A game, in my opinion. They're coming in with lies and deception as to why they're opening up to you. Yeah, it's just not a solid offer at all. I wouldn't be surprised if this person, if you do let them back, if you start noticing they're breadcrumbing their way through this. This is someone that just has a lot of excuses. They can do more than what they're doing. They're just choosing not to because they think they can get over. This person can be a Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces, and Cancer. Let me know if it resonates. Scorpio's next. All right, y'all. We're on Scorpio now. Mama Lisa. Hey. Big shout out to Mama Lisa and Kim holding it down. Thank y'all so much for holding it down, even though we're on this late night creep read. Sorry it's so late, y'all. Like I said, I had a few emergencies today. My dog, I had to rush to the hospital. And then my car, my tire. So yeah, it's just been a rough day, y'all. Rough day. But I'm here. Here we go, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. She said, "You're such a great reader. Sorry about your dog." Thank you. She's doing okay. We got her meds and stuff, and she's still a little disoriented, but she's doing okay. Duchess, she's a tough cookie. I just never seen her so weak and vulnerable and so disoriented and not doing well. So it just scared me a little bit, but she'll get stronger every day. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Scorpio and the person that Scorpio is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have Justice in the reverse. The Nine of Wands. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone that feels like they played themselves and they shouldn't have given up on you or the relationship so easily. I think this is someone who has a lot of pride and ego. And so what I'm picking up is like someone that feels like they can just kind of move how they want to move, do what they want to do, go where they want to go. And then when you begin to say, hold on now, this is too much. I can't keep dealing with this. I think they didn't think you were serious. They may have not taken your boundary or your threat too seriously. But they're seeing that you actually are about that life. And they think it's unfair. Justice in reverse. According to them, it all is confusing because they've never seen this side of you before. I mean, they've hurt you before. They probably have mishandled you before in many different ways because I'm reading for different Scorpios. But they've never seen this side of you before. Now, one thing is true about Scorpio, you are a very mysterious sign. When people think they got you figured out, they don't. You may be loving, kind, sweet, until they keep pressing you and pushing your buttons. And there you go, pinching and stinging them where it hurts. Yeah, this is someone who feels stung by the scorpion. And all they can do is replay events in their mind, replay the memories of how they mishandled you, feeling broken, alone, confused, overwhelmed. But there's still a part of them that says, what if? What if I let this go and move that around and stop doing this? Maybe I can fix this. They got a lot of heart. They got a lot of heart. They really think they can do it. I think the only problem is they don't have the recipe for success. Because remember, you showed them a side of you they've never seen before. So even if they were to do this and try that and do this, they're not even sure with the Ace of Swords in reverse if it's going to work. And that's making them go crazy because all they're thinking about is like, what is going to make Scorpio change their mind? Because this isn't fair that Scorpio switches up on me. This is not right. What the heck am I supposed to do? Well, I don't know if they can do anything to fix this because with the Nine of Wands to the Three of Cups in reverse, you've already been feeling alone. There has been time past where you've thought about it, considered reuniting, but the time is up. And as much as you do love this person, I think you're just tired of going back, giving them another chance, giving them another chance. giving them another chance. And every single time they let you down. It's almost like the definition of insanity. If you keep doing the same thing, but you're expecting the different result, but you're not getting it, why do you want to keep going back to that? It just doesn't make sense. It's not safe for you anymore. Hey, Samantha. So, what is this person going to do next then for Scorpio? What is their next steps? Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. You know, they plan to have a conversation with you about the breakup, about what happened between you two. They want to just kind of understand where your head's at. They want to know what's going on with you, Scorpio. Do you even want to really work on this? Or are we really done? And trust me, when they reach out to you, Scorpio, the reason why it's taking so long is because they're intimidated. Strength tells me that it's going to take a lot for them to come and face you because, again, they don't know what they're walking into. Yeah, with the Two of Wands, it's like, should I, shouldn't I? Should I go towards Scorpio, go about my business? I don't know. So, this conversation is going to be the very thing to let them know what their next steps are. But first, let's have a conversation. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups, my heart's still with you, but I just need to know if you're with it. How does Scorpio feel? Let's see if they were to talk. If this person were to talk to Scorpio, how would Scorpio feel? Five of Swords in the reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Done. You're tired of trying to force this to fit. You're tapping out. I think you're definitely tapping out. Your person could be another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We got Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius. All right. Could be any sign. That's the main energy. Let me know if it resonates. Sagittarius is next. Locapucci. Hey, girl. All right, Mr. Bear. I'm shocked you're still here. I'm sorry, y'all. It took me so long to get to Saggy, y'all. I know my Saggy's been so impatiently waiting. I love y'all, Saggies. Here we go. I'm not gonna waste no more time. Here we go. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Sagittarius and the person that Sagittarius is currently connected to in love and romance, energetically right now in this moment? All right, Sagittarius. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the reverse underneath the deck, and then the Eight of Wands in reverse. This person is like very curious to know what you're up to these days because they haven't heard a lot from you. And they want to know, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Are you alive? For some of y'all, it's driving them crazy with the Eight of Swords because they don't know what to think. So it's almost like the energy of someone that's being very nosy. I can definitely tell your person is single right now. And whatever other opportunities or options that they may have had in their life, they're a little bored by them. They're kind of like, them. Ugh. Well, I guess I'll hit up Sagittarius and see what Sagittarius is up to. You know what, by the way, I haven't ever heard from Sagittarius. I wonder what they're doing. If they're I think what it does more than anything, these other options, is have them miss you more with the 6 of Cups. This is someone that I feel you and them have shared a lot of good memories. And when they think of you, Sagittarius, they think of someone that has treated them very well, made them feel something that they haven't felt with these other options. These other opportunities have just probably just been, something to pass the time, whatever. It's not you. It's not you. So the problem that I have though with them is even though they feel bored, they feel like these other people are just not it. They don't feel like they can really bring any real value to their life, and they look at you and put you on a pedestal as being such a very amazing opportunity. They value their singlehood more than anything. So this is like a man or a woman that just has nothing else going on. You're someone that can be just like a great place to land, to pass the time for good company. But as far as establishing a solid long-term committed relationship, I don't feel like this person's in that energy space. I think this is someone that just feels like my life is boring. There's nothing really going on. These people are not as fun as you, Sagittarius. Let's hang out and have a good time because you know how to really turn on the heat and make things fun. And as much as I really do like you, I just don't want to let go of being single. That's a bit crazy to me. Does that make sense to you, Sagittarius? Who is this? They like to be single, but they want to come and holla at you for entertainment purposes. What? I'm gonna keep going. So they're gonna come in charming or charmette. They're gonna message you like a lovey-dovey message, tell you some things that they know that would like kind of struck a chord with you. And that's their plan. They're thinking that's the right approach. They're hoping that's the right nerve to hit. Let me tell you how you're really feeling. So, Sagittarius, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. That I think that's the end of the reading right there because you're done. But I just stay with me. The Hierophant in reverse, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Swords in reverse. Oh wow. 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 The moon in the reverse and the King of Swords. This person thought they can run game on you, but it looks like you already 20 steps ahead of this fool. You already know if you let this person back that they're just going to treat you like an option. You know for a fact, Sagittarius, that if you let this person come back into your life, they're going to string you along and along with no real commitment. They may say, oh, we can be boyfriend and girlfriend, but it's not the type of relationship that you get down with. It doesn't align to your values, your standards. It's not the type of relationship you feel comfortable with. And remember, whoever this person is, they want to still hold on to their freedom as a single man or woman while still like kicking it with you, having sex with you, having fun with you, playing house, playing boyfriend and girlfriend while still doing whatever they do. So think of it like a situationship. And if they call it a relationship, it's a raggedy one because they're going to tell you they're in a relationship with you. And then when they go off with their friends or go out by themselves somewhere, they're going to present themselves to the world as if they're single. Hey, Hazel Eyes, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So it's very sad. It's very sad, like how much this person has depleted your energy and how much if you continue to go in this raggedy relationship that whatever they call it, whatever, that it's going to continue to deplete you. So, with the Three of Swords, as painful as it is to let this go, you had to, or you will have to if you decide to go on this merry-go-round, because this person will step out on the relationship and break your heart due to a third party if they haven't already. They're not loyal, they're not faithful, they're not taking this seriously, they're not all in. It feels very much like you're a placeholder, and whoever they happen to entertain for the time being, they'll entertain them behind your back, trying to build a life with them, and then coming home to you at night while you cook for them, while you take care of them. That's if y'all live together. If not, then give you breadcrumb energy, just bull crap. That ain't it. So what are they going to actually do next? The Fool in reverse and the Ace of Swords. They know like it's too much risk associated with this relationship. So for them, they know that they have to draw this firm boundary and not going too far. With the Four of Swords, they're very fixed on this. They thought this through and realized like it is what it is. If Sagittarius isn't gonna go with the program, then I just need to like go about my business and find someone who will. And it's unfortunate because remember, we're talking about someone who really does like you and like what the entertainment value, but they don't want to necessarily sacrifice their freedom. And that's very pathetic. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm sorry, but not sorry. They need to grow up. Whoever this is, they really need to grow up and they really need to learn how to embrace a good thing when they have it, or they're going to find themselves burning a lot of bridges with a lot of good people and building a reputation of someone that no one can trust. They're going to really blow it and be left alone. But of course, some of you Sagittariuses um, have unfortunately wasted a lot of time with this person. I see this with the 6 of Cups. Times you can't get back, but I'm sure there was a big lesson here, and, I can definitely feel like a lot of you guys may be moving forward, but you still think a lot about this person. Yeah. I think it just racks your mind. It just blows your mind, um, how this person moves. It doesn't make sense to you, and it's very confusing and nerve-wracking, and it gets your blood pressure up. It gets your stomach in knots. It's like, "What in the hell is wrong with this person?" They got issues. I don't even know what their diagnosis is, but something wrong with them. We got what signs we got here, y'all? I'm sorry. We got air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We got Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. A lot of Earth, a lot of air, a little bit of water. Cancers, but it can be anybody. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be those signs, but that can be predominantly in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign of the natal chart. All right, next we're going to go to Capricorn. I think someone asked earlier, does the sign matter when you watch tarot? Yes. Check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign of your natal chart when you're watching my readings. There's always a link in the description box below. Marie says, still door shut permanently. Permanently. Local Poochie said the Sagittarius reading was on point. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going to keep it rolling, y'all. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Like I said, it's been a chaotic day. Today has set me back. But we're going to keep rolling, y'all. Capricorn's next. Lisa in the building representing Capricorn. Veronica's here. Hey, boo. You're welcome, Mr. Bear. Thank you, Mr. Bear, for hanging out with us and being patient with me. January, Capricorn Queen. Hello, hello. Let's do it, Capricorns. Love you too, Local Poochie. And by the way, Soul Tribe members, Thursday, I'm going to do an August 2026 predictive read for y'all. I don't know the time that I'm going to do it. It just depends when I can get out of bed because I have a lot of running around to do tomorrow. And I don't know when I'm going to have the energy to get up and do the reading for the members. But you guys will be my priority on Thursday to do your reading. Tomorrow I'll do a collective reading. Once I finish running my errands and get settled in, I may do it in the morning too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Maya. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Wow, 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 wow. Maya said, gave. She just blah. She just sent a super chat of $50, y'all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I haven't got super chats like that in a long time. I used to have another subscriber by the name of Robert. He used to drop super chats like that. I haven't seen Robert in a long time, but thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you. I'm so glad I came on tonight because I almost didn't, but I just felt like I had to. I'm telling y'all, it's been a day. Duchess, oh my gosh, Duchess had to be rushed to the hospital. And yesterday, I found out my tire pressure was low. Took it to the shop today. They said it was the way the nail was positioned in the tire. I had to replace the whole tire. So I had to wait because I didn't have an appointment. So that took forever. I'm just exhausted. And then my son, he took his senior pictures today. Then I still had to go do my Sam's run. Then I took my 30-minute power nap because I know Kim was going to ask me, did I get any rest? Only 30 minutes, but I'm going to crash hard after this live. Here we go, Capricorn. Thank you again so much, Maya. I appreciate you. Yeah, the way the nail is on the tire, they say if it's a certain position, you just gotta replace the whole tire. So $200 later, boom. And then Duchess was almost $200 today too. So it's like, money just going out the door. I'm just like, wow. All right, great. Fun times. Here we go, Capricorns. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Capricorn. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Capricorn and the person that Capricorn is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Emperor, the Six of Swords, the Death in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, the Tower in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. Your energy, Capricorn, tells me you're all about peace these days. You really just want peace. You don't want chaos, you want peace. And in order to establish and create peace in your life, you really just don't really want to be a part of connections or situations that's going to set you back, hold you down, hurt you, deceive you. You want to get away from those types of things. You have someone in your energy who really wants to honor that and respect that. With the emperor here, this feels like someone that wants to step their game up and be mature, be stable, be invested, and ready to establish some type of committed relationship with you. With the Ace of Wands, the Tower in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles, they feel like there's so much potential in what you and them can create and manifest together that it would break their heart if you were to get away. So with the tower in the reverse, this tells me like someone wants to kind of like change your view of them, change how you view the relationship with them. With the death in reverse, they want to revive the relationship and show you how they've changed for the better. They want to apologize also for whatever they have done in the past. So what does that mean? What has this person done in the past to Capricorn? We have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. I guess this person just kept breaking your heart and disrupting your peace. Some of you guys have experienced like a separation, a divorce, or you kicked this person out of your house. I'm getting something about the foundation of the relationship just being very unstable, that you just reach your breaking point with this. you know, this person was also someone that just wasn't in the right mindset then. I think they just weren't taking this thing seriously then. But now it's almost like they are seeing your worth and value a lot more since you guys have been apart. And I think they're also noticing that you can actually move on from them just fine. Them maybe not so much. A lot of you Capricorns are kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Some of you are definitely trying to decide what your next moves are going to be. If you're going to stay single or if you're going to go and pursue a new relationship. I think a lot of you guys are just trying to find the most peaceful path. I'm getting single, dating, talking to a lot of people. Some of you guys can be on dating apps, just getting to know people randomly. You're just trying to find the sweet spot, the sweet opportunity that really aligns with your peace. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, like you're really trying to plant those seeds and create and manifest a peaceful life, a peaceful relationship, peaceful experiences from now on. And you're willing to take your time until you get it right. So, yeah, your life is looking a little different these days than what you may have settled for in the past. So, this is someone that may be in for a rude awakening because the old version of yourself may not be here around anymore. You may now be operating from a whole different space. So, what are they going to do next? We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so selfishly, this person wants you badly, but they're going to see that you may not necessarily feel the same way. Um, the underlying motivation, what you do need to know, is stability. I think you're a very stable option. I can tell by your energy, it feels very light, very calm, very free, very peaceful. And then this person's energy feels kind of like very reflective, a little worried, but yet apologetic, like almost like a people pleaser. I would be careful with this person if you are somewhat considering hearing them out because they don't like to do too much work. I think this is someone who's okay with if they say just enough, like a little bit, and you let them come back, that's enough. But that's not how you operate. You need to see them put in the work. And that's what's going to kind of frustrate them, I think. This is someone that's a little, I hate to say lazy. they're not they're not at the level of diligence and consistency that you really need them to be, but that they think that they are. Because we got them seeing themselves as an emperor, which in the beginning they may lead that way. But with the Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse, it looks like their offer is not good enough. And they don't realize that it may have a lot to do with the damage that they've caused. Like they got a lot to fix and repair. And it's not something that can be fixed overnight. This may be someone that say, well, if I apologize and do this, everything should disappear. Everything should be good. And you're like, what? No, like we need to see you constantly putting in the work for us to rebuild the trust. We need to see over time that you're consistently being an emperor And that's going to really frustrate them because I really feel like this is someone who's not authentically an emperor. They're a false emperor. They're just trying something new. But as you guys know, if somebody tries to be something they're not, the mass is eventually going to fall. So the logic, the idea, the effort, it's a good try. Um, Only you, Capricorn, would have to decide if you're willing to be patient with this person or not. Some of you will. Others of you are definitely checked out because you can see right through this. But some of you guys may need to test the theory. Some of you guys may need to test the theory to see what I'm saying. That they're going to start off really, really good and then eventually are going to let up. Is that what I'm getting, Spirit? Yeah, the 8 of Wands is going to slow down. 8 of Wands in reverse is going to slow down. Eventually, it's going to slow up a little bit. It's hard. It's just a lot. They're going to bite off more than they can chew, but they know they got to do something grand and big to get your attention. And I think this is not someone that's trying to play a game with you. They're just not at that level. They're just really trying to do something that's not at their level. They can be an Aries, a Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn could have did this to you. A Gemini, an Aquarius. All right. Can be anybody, y'all. Thank you, Lynn, for the jewel. Again, thank you to Maya for the $50 sponsorship of today's reading. We only have 2 signs left. If you guys have not done it already, go ahead and double tap your screen. It's good karma. Double tap your screen, everybody, to like the video. I would really appreciate it. And it's a great way for me to connect with you all. So thank you so much for being here and liking the video. And again, thank you to our amazing mods. DP is also here. Thank you, DP, for jumping on for the Capricorn read. And it looks like it resonates. At least Kim says the Capricorn read resonates. And January Capricorn loves the reading. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Aquarius, you're up. Any Aquarius is here. As a reminder, like Mama Lisa says in the chat, guys, please, 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 no questions in the chat. I did see a couple too, Lisa. So please, guys, refrain from putting questions in the chat. If you do have a personal read question, I don't mind answering it. If you book directly through my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You're welcome, January Capricorn. And if you're new here, guys, don't forget to hit subscribe. It's absolutely free. I'll give you guys a free trial forever if you subscribe to the channel. You don't have to pay absolutely anything to subscribe to the channel. So join today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us and showing your support. A lot of Aquarius is here. Nice. I'm surprised Aquarius, y'all still up. Oh, Hazel Eyes, you're an Aquarius. Nice. Nice. Well, if y'all didn't know, I'm an Aquarius. Woohoo! For the new people. Welcome, Aqua Gang. I see y'all in this thing. Woohoo! Let's do it. And Hazel Eyes, I'm an Aquarius, Sun and Venus also. We see each other. So you must be very intelligent, such as I. So you and I, we be knowing stuff. We be like, yeah, we know. We know. Yeah, Kim, I have my water. I do need a sip of water. Yeah, if y'all need to read and book it through my website, guys. Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance.com. That's the link right there, okay? And you can find that link. Like if you can't pay today, no worries. You can also find that same link in the description box of every single video that I do. Okay. Whenever you're ready to book a reading. I'm almost done now, Kim. So I'm gonna go ahead and check on Duchess after this. She should be okay though. She was they gave her a shot and they gave her some medicine after we left the hospital. So she's been resting. She did get up and move around. She was less disoriented. Um, and she started to eat again. So she's been doing a little bit better since we got to the house, which has led me to go ahead and do the reading because I was worried about her for a little bit. Here we go, Aquarius. Sorry, y'all. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Aquarius and the person that Aquarius is energetically connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have the Four of Cups in the reverse, the King of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Cups and the the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. Oh boy. Aquarius, your person is going through something very difficult right now. They're going through like a crisis. Yeah, this is someone who's going through a crisis. And as much as they try to go off, brush this relationship off, forget about you, forget about everything, it actually made them go down a deeper hole of like almost like a little depression. Their life is really sad because they really miss you a lot. And they feel alone. Their life is not exciting. It's not the same without you in it. And all they can think about is if they were to get back with you, hopefully they can establish some type of excitement back into their life. Basically, their life is a living hell right now. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, tell me about this Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, they've run out of options as well, by the way. So if this was somebody that was trying to find some greener grass, somebody better than you, better opportunities, they chose wrong. They should have stayed with you. That's what they're thinking. They feel quite foolish. I'm hearing them say they feel like a fool. I think even their friends and family are kind of laughing at them like, bruh, sis, like, what was you thinking? Why you gonna let Aquarius go like that? Like, come on. Yeah, why you gonna drop an Empress? Ouch. Ouch. The Empress is the highest, most powerful feminine court card in the court cards deck. In tarot, it can also represent the wife. It can represent the person that is a divine being, the very thing that your person prayed for. So something about you, Aquarius, was very rare, very unique, very divine. Just, you were all that in a bag of chips with a soda on the side. Okay. So yeah, they feel like a fool because they feel like they lost you. Yeah, this is someone that was so invested in juggling you, meaning if this is someone that was very close to their family, close to their friends, close to third parties, like you were an afterthought. You were important. Like I like Aquarius and all that, but you can wait, Aquarius. You can wait. You ain't going nowhere. And that right there is not going to work, especially considering Aquarius, you're an empress. So let's talk about that. No matter the gender, male or female, that means you're independent. You don't need this person. You wanted this person. You're not desperate for this person. You put up with this person. An empress doesn't have to be with anybody. So you are doing them a favor. That's what they missed. That's the memo. That's the memo that they missed. And a lot of you Aquarius may have told this guy or gal what it is. And they heard you, but they didn't listen. So it's kind of funny to you because it's like, wow, homie. Wow, homie. Okay, then your loss. And the reason why I say you're in this energy, you're cool about it because we got the King of Cups. So your energy is calm, cool, collective, emotionally grounded, balanced, mature, stable. You good. You Gucci. You're not pressed. You're not stressed. You're not overwhelmed. You're not depressed. This person is the complete opposite of where you are. Your frequency and energy is so cool and calm because this furthermore confirms you, in fact, were an empress, independent, strong, kind, stable. You were the stable one in the relationship. You were the prize. They were just there kind of like along for the ride. Now, one thing I will say about the empress, no matter the gender, male or female, is even though the empress is someone who is very abundant, very stable, has a lot to offer to her partner, sometimes she can find herself attracting someone less than her and just kind of take them under her wing because she feels sorry for them. So you guys were taking on a whole charity case. You guys were doing the work of the Lord. You guys were helping the needy. Some of y'all took in the homeless. Some of y'all took in a little stray dog off the street. I mean, I can go on and on. This was someone not on your level, Aquarius. Let's call it what it is. Not even close. Not even close. Mm, mm. But you saw a lot of potential. So I agree. Like Marie, you felt like maybe if this person comes into my life, I can be their biggest cheerleader and give them so much motivation to raise their frequency, their vibration, and get their life together. So there was a lesson in all this. You cannot use your humanitarian spirit collective when it comes to love and relationships like that, because you're going to end up hurting yourself. This is the work of what a lot of empaths or people pleasers get in the trap of. You see someone that's really struggling, you actually like the person, because I feel like this was somebody that was a friend first, but you saw a lot of flaws. Yet you still invested in this fool, and they were just taking it for granted. But what were you getting out of the deal? Not much. You were being juggled. And this person had a lot of balls to think they can get away with that. Now, if you do take this person back, they feel like you will. Um, no, if you take this person back, they feel like they're willing to let go of that third party situation. But you've had plenty of time, Aquarius, to really think about what that would look like if you let this person back. And I think you have a lot of facts with the King of Swords to tell you that deep down you need to just quietly run away. Seven of Swords. What is a Seven of Swords? Oh, okay. So some of y'all want to see this person go through hell. Some of you guys want to see this person suffer. Get their karma. Let's just call it that. You want to see this person get their karma. And so for a small portion of you Aquariuses, I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. For a small portion of you Aquariuses, you may keep this cycle open or have this person believe that you're still invested when you're not, when you're actually waiting for someone else to come into your life. The rest of y'all just gonna like go about your business. The Seven of Swords could represent you're gonna let this person get their karma and face it with God. The rest of y'all gonna try to see it play out in their face. So, put yourself in the category. Either way, y'all just want them to get their karma. And they will, by the way. They sure will, because you're going to reject them regardless. And that's going to be a part of their biggest karmic lesson of them all. Yep. And even more so, a lot of you guys have a new relationship coming up too, Aquarius, with the Ace of Pentacles, a better opportunity than this fool here. So that's really going to be a slap in the face too if they find out about that. So what are they going to do next? We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. They want to talk to you, but they're intimidated with you because they know you're pissed. You're showing up as the Queen of Swords in reverse. You're bitter, you're angry, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're just over it. It's giving real Aquarius energy, over it. The time when someone just really tries to insult your intelligence, that's how you feel. That feeling, Aquarius, when somebody just tries to make you, play you for boo boo the fool. That's the worst thing you can do with an Aquarius. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Mhm. So this person's hurting and they're terrified. They are. You're right, sweet baby. They're terrified. They're terrified because they know that they took it too far. I think this is definitely someone who moves out a lot of ego. They almost really thought they had you, that you were that naive, that you were that dumb, that you were that gullible to just stick around and just deal with the crap and the juggling and all that. Nah, yeah. They're going to try to work their magic. They're trying to pray you back, manifest you back, hope that you'll let them come back. But based on this, they're going to be met with rejection either now or later, whenever they get enough balls to reach out. They're going to be met with the rejection. And that's the thing, Aquarius. That's the worst thing somebody can do is insult your intelligence and make you feel like you're that dumb. And this is how this person thought of you. I'm going to be honest with you. They thought you were dumb. They thought you were a dumb blonde, that you were just going to be like, oh, you're going to run game on me. And I'm just going to stay right there and be like, I still love you. Nah, I'm not picking on blondes either. I want to hear y'all in the comments. It's just an expression. It's just all bad. That's what it is. But you'll have a new relationship, by the way, on the way with the Ace of Pentacles, a solid relationship. And that's really going to be the karma they need. Your person could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, water sign. No. Okay, I said earth sign. Yeah, we can say water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. Very little air sign here. I got Aquarius and Libra. Let me know if it resonates. No, Aquarius could have done this to you if you're a cross watcher. Just take it as it resonates. You know, the best thing you can do in these situations is to go no contact at all. Because this is someone who likes to get their ego stroked. So to validate them by giving them any attention is not good. It's best to just go about your business. Don't engage. Don't taunt, Aquarius. Don't. That's the Seven of Swords right there. Hazel eyes. You see what I'm saying? Y'all be doing the most, Aquarius. Stop. Stop it right now. Stop being Seven of Swords. Stop playing games. Just go ghost. Casper the ghost. See, it's like I'm psychic or something. I told y'all gonna do something to try to make them hurt. Stop it. Here we go, Pisces. All right, guys, we have reached the end of the road. We're at the last sign of the evening. Remember, as we conclude this reading for this evening, I will go back timestamp every single reading for tonight, including my little long TED talk if you missed it. So be sure you guys come back to this video in about 15-20 minutes or in the morning. Either way, in about 15 or 20 minutes. Every single portion of this reading will be timestamped for you, and it'll be in the description box below and the pinned comment. All right. Thank you, Aquarius, for playing along. Maya said my last words to him were, God sees all, karma's a bitch. Sounds very similar to what I told my ex too. There we go, Aquarius. We know how to get them, don't we? Hey, well, you reap what you sow. That's what I believe. You reap what you sow. It's in the word. So, all right. Hazel Eyes says thank you, and he's a Virgo. So there you go. That's that Earth sign energy I was picking up, and you guys are in no contact. All right. Here we go, Pisces. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Pisces. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the current energy surrounding Pisces and the person that Pisces is currently energetically connected to in love and romance right now in this moment? We have Temperance, Six of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Magician in the reverse. Yikes, this energy is rough. All right. Pisces, I feel like you don't feel validated or supported by this person. You need more than what they're giving. And if they're not giving you what you need, I think you begin to feel like they don't love you, they don't value you, they don't respect the relationship. What you need to know is this person is just taking their time, they just sit back. And as they sit back with the temperance card, it's like they're trying to get their energy grounded and balanced and stable before they make any kind of impulsive or wrong move. With the Six of Swords in the reverse to the Three of Cups to the Magician in reverse, this is someone that is really thinking about how they can come back, maybe into your life as a friend first, but they don't want a friendship. But their approach or their strategic strategy is to soften the blow. If I come in friendly, maybe I can get Pisces to drop his or her guard a little. Yeah, they really need a lot of cooperation from you at this point because life has not been doing what it needs to do for them lately. And even though they've been sitting back thinking about you, they've also been low key waiting to hear from you. So this is not the person that typically chases. This is not the person that typically apologizes or goes and run off to say, "Hey, you're right. I shouldn't have done that." This is not that guy. This is not that girl. And because of that, I think it really rubs you the wrong way how this person moves. This is someone very focused on their needs. That's what I'm noticing about them. I really feel like this is someone that prioritizes, what do I need right now? Oh, I know. I need this. I want that. Do y'all remember the Willy Wonka movie? You remember the little girl, but daddy, I want it now. And then when she couldn't get her way, she would just throw a temper tantrum and start throwing stuff around. And then the dad was scurrying, trying to make sure she got the golden ticket to go see Willy Wonka. Your person reminds me of that bratty child. So I don't know why I got that. But no, daddy, I want it now. And that's how they act. And so I think you would pacify this person in a lot of ways. You may have noticed a behavior pattern like they would complain, they would probably have meltdowns or have arguments or would abruptly leave like a kid throwing a temper tantrum when they can't get their way with you. And then it's like it's really just like an immature energy I'm getting. Especially with the Queen of Swords in reverse, like temper tantrum, like, "Ah." And what they're upset about is the fact that you're not doing the things you used to do. I want it now. And so, what this person will do to put it in perspective is in order to get what they want with you, in order to get what they want with other people, that's where they would turn up the heat with the manipulation, just like the little girl. And you notice even with Willy Wonka, she was trying to play Willy Wonka, like manipulate him to get what she wanted because she's what? Spoiled. This person has been spoiled. And so they'll play sweet, they'll play nice until they get whatever they want. I think what you have to really get to the bottom and root of the problem is realizing that this person has a choice. They can either do the right thing or they can do the wrong thing. I think this person just does what's convenient for them. And in the moments when they feel like they're about to lose you, they start to do the right things, right? They start to show up and do the things they know that would make you feel like, okay, all right. And those are the moments I think a lot of you Pisces were holding on to. But then it fades when you trigger them and you say no, or you say, I don't like that. And here we go in the temper tantrum. But no, I want it. I want it now. So that has been a big reason why this person would leave or break up with you. And this makes you feel neglected. This makes you feel like they're not giving you what you need. Despite you investing so much here, you feel taken advantage of. I can tell, like, a lot of you Pisces watching, that your decision is a little, it's a little contradictory in what you're planning to do here. Um, I think it's because you do have love for this person. You do have history and you do miss when they are in showing their good side instead of the bratty Willy Wonka child side. You hate that side. So a lot of you Pisces find yourself holding on to the good. And this is what's making your energy right now feel like, I don't know if I'm making the right thing. You know, it's like you're almost racing, your mind's racing. You just don't know. Even if you are dating, even if you are single or trying to find other people, I think there's still this very strong soul tie or cord you have attached to the situation that makes it even hard for you to just totally move on to something new. So it's a very confusing experience to say the least, but also you kind of want to know what they're doing. They're actually waiting on you. That's kind of what they've been doing. Okay. So let's see what they're going to do next then. All right. We got the Two of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Three of Cups. Yeah, they don't know how to like go about this because they feel like you have them blocked or you making it difficult for them to come towards you. They're kind of like projecting a lot of the blame onto you, like almost like you're denying them access or you're making it difficult for them. So with the Hierophant to the Five of Cups, they're saying you're denying the relationship because you're not giving me what you used to give me. You're pushing me away because you have me blocked. You're making this difficult because you're not trying to reach out to me to fix this. But daddy, I want it now. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit much for me. I don't know, Pisces. You have to decide what you want to do here. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. This person could be a Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign. We got Aquarius, we got Aries, and we got Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So it can be any sign. Marie says, a full grown, middle aged, almost 50-year-old acting like a child throwing a temper tantrum. I'm disgusted with his behavior. Disgusted. So, yeah, that's what I was picking up. Like, you got to think about it in the perspective, y'all. If y'all seen Willy Wonka and you saw that little girl and how she was like acting, imagine an adult, like, they may not be throwing stuff around and throwing a temper tantrum, but they're throwing a temper tantrum. And that's what I was getting. So if that's your story, be careful with people like this. They can really cause you a lot of stress, a lot of pain. It's their world, you live in it. You're supposed to, serve them, but then what about you? So always think about that. If you are in a relationship, how are you being fed in the relationship? What are you getting out of the deal? It should be a two-way street. You should be getting a little, they should be getting a little. They should compromise a little, you should compromise a little. You don't want to be depleted. So be careful if that's your story. Again, it's not everybody's story, Pisces, because Pisces sometimes y'all be coming from my jugular. It's just for those that need the message. Okay. All right, we're going to stop the reading right there. Don't forget to like the video, show your girl some love. I'm going to put timestamps in there for y'all, for those that want to come back and watch your sign. Remember to check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign always when you check out these readings. And be sure that you check out my website, guys, makadivinespiritualguidance.com, to book your personal reading session with me. I'll try my best tomorrow to come on and do a collective read if time permits, but I have a lot of things to handle tomorrow. But either way, I will see you all on the next video. And Soul Tribe members, I'll catch you on Thursday for your exclusive All Signs predictive read for the month of August 2026. Good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me, our amazing mods, on this late night read. And I'll talk to you soon. I'm getting some rest.